Hey guys, Dr. Drunk aka here in the Drunk Tank. I've got a game for you in my Venezia. This is Islands of Ice Ranked Sprint Arms Race. I'm divvied up with my buddy Farting Chick, and this was a very interesting game, guys. What do you need to know about Arms Race as a game mode? Well, Arms Race as a game mode is basically a game mode. It's very similar to. It starts off very similar to a standard battle in which your objective is to kill, sink the other team members. However, in Arms Race, you see these little things on the map. They look like little cat points. Those are buffs, and each one of those buffs basically gives your ship an improvement in its stats. You can either have health, you can get maneuverability, you can get reload. There's plenty of things you can get. Each one of those buffs also counts for points. So getting these buffs not only gives you a really big combat bonus, it also gives you points. Now, Arms Race is a very interesting mode in the fact that the key area, as you see at the top, key area appears in 0 minutes. Excuse me, guys. As you get through the game, a large cap will appear in the center, and once you capture that point, you will actually have a significant points gain to the order of 5 to 8 points every couple of seconds. So it's very, very quick to tick over a points win. Now, there's a bit of a backstory behind this particular game. This was the end of an almost 30-game grind. This has been a very, very tough rank sprint. This was the rank out game that we had to play. And Chick and I had both commented, man, this has been such a rough one. We just need one more win. And we load into this game, and we see guys like Locomotive from AP. We see Shy from KSD. We see Kevin from KSD. We see Black Moon from Psycho. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous what we had in this game. And we're looking at it, and we're going, oh my God, guys. All we needed was one win to rank out. We needed one win. One win. After almost 30 games, we needed one win, and this is the team that we get. Well, let's just see how it plays out. Thankfully, our Haragumo goes for it. He goes for that center healing buff, and he does get that center healing buff. Chick takes a big, big, big hit, probably from the Borgonia, maybe? Maybe the Borgonia. Actually, no, I think it was the Zhao. I think he had said it was the Zhao that he took a really big smack from. But looking at this, Islands of Ice, it's not playing out like a typical game would. Well, maybe it is. We have two ships off on the right-hand side, on the right flank. Our battleships, of course, are sitting in the back doing pretty much nothing. And I'm in my daring, and I'm going to try and get some chip damage here on the enemy. Gorozovoi, also a very good player. But that should at least deter him. I see that Zhao is trying to get out of dodge. We've got a Buffalo over here. And I'm thinking, God, that Buffalo's really close. I want that Buffalo to stay. I don't want him to push, because if he pushes, he can radar me. And if he radars me, I'm going to be in some deep shit. But we'll get some fire on that Buffalo, see if we can do some chip damage there. We got a smoke, so we're thinking, who is that? Ah, it's the Brindisi. The Brindisi's over there. I'm sorry, it's the Brindisi, not the Buffalo. One of these days I'll learn how to read. Chick pings that Zhao. That Zhao's fairly low, but my smoke is actually ending, so I need to make an effort to get out of dodge. I know that Grozovoi is still hanging around here. I know we haven't seen the Holland either. That Grozovoi Holland are in a div together. That Zhao is really low. He's just starting to heal up. He's got that healing buff active. I believe they have 2 healing buffs at this point. So I'm saying to Chick in Discord, look, I'm going to have a go at that Zhao. I'm going to see if I can get him to die. We can use those points as we get a reload speed buff somebody grabbed. I'm not quite sure who grabbed. I think it was our Hindenburg on the other side. We're up 1 ship to nothing with that Des Moines somehow eating it. Don't know how. We get a fire on the Zhao. We're hoping, man, is that going to tick over? And yes, it does. He does not have a damage repair. He does not have a repair party. He doesn't have a DCP, and that smoke was well used to actually take out that Zhao. Gives us a 2 ship to nothing advantage. We have a 600 to 360 points lead. But look at our mini-map. And Chick and I are talking about this in the Discord going, what the hell is going on? All of our battleships are hiding behind the same rock. All of our battleships are behind the same rock. And they're out of the fight, basically. We can't do anything with them. They're not helping. Our Thunder, our Iowa was a Unicum player who was basically only Unicum at tier 4. Lols. GG's. He's just having fun. And our Musashi, all sitting behind the same rock. So, I have RPF. I know the closest thing to me is the Brindisi. I mean, the Holland is on the other side, was last spot on the other side. The Grozovoy is spotted on the other side, so I'm going to make him play for this buff. No reason not to. This buff is actually points in my pocket, and it's actually a buff to my ship skills. So we got a reload speed buff, which actually means that now suddenly all of our main armaments, including our torpedoes, reload faster. Instead of 124 seconds, they're going to reload in about 110 seconds, which is really very nice. It means I can afford to send those out there. I put them out towards the Friedrich de Grosse. And I'm going to swing back around for a maneuverability buff as we start pinging our battleships, asking them, please get into the fight. Please get into this fight. We need your support. As you can see the Salem in chat cursing, of course, his existence. Why not? And I'm going to swing around. I'm going to get this maneuverability buff. So now we have a consumables reload buff. We have a main armaments reload buff. We have 1 maneuverability buff, and we have 3 healing buffs. And you'll notice that I'm still health. I'm still full health. I still have all my hit points. So I figured, why not? I'm gonna smoke up here. I'm gonna do some farming on this Brindisi. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy out of the match. This guy is dangerous to me. He's dangerous to Chick. He can do a lot of damage really quick with those 203mm sap shells. So let's see if we can chunk him down a little bit. Switch to the AP because he's broadside. We get some nice 2,000 hit point salvos on him. He's down to about 1,200 or 12,000 hit points. Meantime, we've got a couple of people firing on him. We pinged him as a priority target. Another 1,000 on him, and there's a fire. He's down to 4,700. He's starting to heal, but we can keep firing at him. Our smoke's about to expire. He's down to 993, but he's healing up. He's healing. Come on, can we kill him? Yes. The Minotaur managed to get that kill. Puts us up 3 ships to 1 as our Haragumo has finally gone down. Now, I have to deal with a full health Borgonia in the middle and a nearly full health Puerto Rico. And I'm thinking to myself, God, there's no way. There is no way. They're going to go for the health buff. I know they are. I want to try and keep them off that buff if I can. So I know that Poi is actually a really smart player. I know he's going to be expecting those torps. At least I'm thinking he's going to be expecting those torps, and he's going to accelerate past as the key area makes its way into the game. Now, guys, they seize a buff on the other side. We get a maneuverability buff. They get a buff on the other side. I didn't even see what it was. Guys, we're up 630 to 270 points. But we're up 4 ships to 1. But our ships are out of position. We don't have any map control. Our Smolensk is actually out of position. Our Smolensk can actually get dev struck by that Borgonia or the Puerto Rico. Our Hindenburg is out of position. Guys, this does not look promising. This does not look promising. We can still very, very quickly lose this game. And mainly because our battleships are not in the game. Our battleships cannot do anything to tank any kind of damage. So I smoke up. I've got 3 smokes left. I decide I'm going to burn one of these. I'm going to see if I can get some chip damage on this Borgonia, see if we can start working him down as we start pushing him out of the cap. And the Grozovoy appears. And I'm thinking, oh god, now what's my play here? That Smolensk is probably going to die. He's probably going to get murdered by the Borgonia. Oh, it's Puerto Rico. Is that Puerto Rico backing up? Yes, that Puerto Rico is backing up, chat. And you're going to see him backing up for a long time. The Smolensk hydroed the Grozovoy. and you're going to see something amazing happen on the other side of the map. As we farm down on this Puerto Rico a little bit, we're trying to get some shells in on him. Looking at the minimap, there's nothing else that can spot me unless the Holland is around. We get a fire on the Puerto Rico. We've done some decent chip damage. And we're working at about 38,000 hit points of damage right now. The Grozovoy and the Smolensk are playing Ring Around the Rosie. What the hell are these two guys doing? It's amazing. But the Grozovoy is trying to chunk down the Smolensk and vice versa. I figure we need to get in the cap. Our Minotaur is actually sitting and holding the cap. And I'm talking to Chick in Discord and we're going, God. Our Mino's at least holding the cap. We do have an Henri in there. We need that Henri to die. He's going to be a real problem. He can murder me very, very quickly. So, again, we're talking and we're going, geez, what's the play here? Well, and that Puerto Rico's still backing up. And at this point, Chick is going, is that Puerto Rico still backing up? Yeah, Chick, he's still backing up. He's still backing up. As we seize another buff, we're running a damn nice suite of buffs right now. We have a really nice buff load going on right now. And we've got Smolensk is running away. Hindenburg is pushing up toward the Borgonia. And that Puerto Rico is... What the hell is he doing? He backed up behind the island. He's just sitting there. The Henri apparently ran into an island. Yes, he did. So we take a chance of opening up here, opening up with our guns, try and get some chip damage on that Henri. Get a couple of shatters. We get nothing, so we blow a smoke here. As we're spotted, we don't want to be spotted. And I'm thinking, God damn it, that Puerto Rico is within 10k. That Puerto Rico any second now is going to blow his radar. And I'm basically going to eat a shit ton of damage. Probably from that Borgonia or the Holland. And, oh, yep, Holland Torps. I know those are Holland Torps because the Grozovoy was last seen on the other side of the map. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I can probably get away with taking one of these and not be the end of the world. I do take one. I have all of my heals available. And I also have a healing buff, so my thought process here is, well, we know the Holland is close. Based on that spread and how wide it was, he's actually really close. My RPF is pointing at him. He's less than 9.4 kilometers from me. So I figure, all right, how do we want to play this? That Puerto Rico's apparently just doing circles in the middle of the cap. So I take my chances. You know what? I'm in radar range of the Puerto Rico, and that sucks. But I guess at this point, nothing ventured, nothing gained. We'd lost another ship. We lost our Hindenburg on the other side as he pushed up uselessly and pointlessly, threw his ship away. Now the Puerto Rico's the closest thing. Puerto Rico's down to about 21k though. We could do some major damage to this. I'm going to say, all right, I tell Chick, I'm going to use another smoke. I've got one left. I'm going to hold on to that last one. I'm going to use this smoke, and I'm going to see if I can knock this Puerto Rico out. We need this ship down. We need to be able to get some points out of this. We really need to. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I have one kill already. If I can get another kill, if I can proc Cunningham's... No, Chick steals the kill. If I can proc Cunningham's 2-kill perk, that means I'll actually have an extra consumable set. Which means an extra heal, an extra hydro, and most importantly, an extra smoke. Because right now our team's not looking so good. Our Salem's down on health, our Smolensk is down on health, our Buffalo's way down on health, Chick's only half health. That would be the Holland torpedoes again. Actually, those might be Grozovoy torps. I think at the time they were saying, are those Grozovoy or Holland? Yeah, probably Holland torps. Chick manages to get his high caliber, which he's already procced Sansanetti's 2 skills, so GG's on that. And it's worth pointing out, guys, we're up 3 ships to 2, 610 to 250 points, but this game is not won. There's still 6 minutes left in the game. I see a smoke. It's Minotaur smoke. I go, holy shit. This thing's got a minute left. Absolutely. I will hang out here and farm. There is no radar threat for me right now. The nearest, in fact, the only radar is on the other side of the map. The Des Moines on the other side of the map. We set a fire on the Freddy. We got to keep moving because I'm pretty sure we've got torpedoes coming in here from either the Holland or the Grozovoy. We haven't seen the Grozovoy for quite a while. So I'm going to move up into island cover here, so that not only so I can continue to farm, but so that I can also do some... can farm some damage on the Freddy, we get another fire, but that I can protect myself from Torps, and... oh, look! We found the Grozo! Those were Grozo Torps. Now I'm still in smoke, and Chick hits him hard. Chip hits him hard for about 10k. So I say, alright, what the hell? He's what would be spotting me. I'm going to start nailing him. Chick gets another shot in. Maybe that was a Salem got a shot on him. But the Salem manages to finish him off after we do a bit of chunk damage to him. Their Venezia finishes off our Yoshino. So our our left side is collapsing just as much as our right. And I hadn't been necessarily paying attention to the minimap, but our Mino completely left the cap. They are actually capping the center point. And granted, now, the Henry kills the Buffalo, so suddenly it's now 6 ships to 4. They have control of the center, and that's a Holland in the center. That's not an easy fight, especially with the healing buffs, but daring can gun down a Holland, no questions asked. Especially with healing buffs, and I have my own heal available, and I'm full health, and he's full health. And I do have a health advantage on him, even at completely full health bars. But we're still only up 2 ships. There's 4 minutes left. They are pushing. Our Musashi, our Thunderer, our Iowa are essentially useless to us. They're doing nothing to us right now. If you notice, none of our battleships have a kill. Not a single one of our battleships has a kill, while their Borgonia has 2. And spoiler alert, he's not done. But our battleships have done basically nothing in this game. Our Hindenburg has a pair of kills. I have a kill. Chick has a kill. Our Mino and our Salem have a kill. Chick takes a smacking from someplace. So really, our cruisers have been what's carrying this game. So the question now is, alright, how do we play it? How do we play it so we can actually win this game and rank out? I grab another buff. Gives us an armament reload speed buff, and it also gives us points. Points are what we need. I'm talking to Chick in Discord and we're saying, look, we need points. We need an insurance policy. As that Holland comes out broadside, oh, look what's about to happen. I start opening up on him. I'm not going to use that last smoke. He comes out, he chews on a Torp. That's a flood. That hurt quite a bit. He stops for some reason. Instead of speeding up immediately, he stops. The Freddy eats a Torp as well. That's my second kill. That procs the Consumables Expert from Cunningham. I can blow a smoke here, and I go, absolutely, I'm going to. I'm going to see if I can put this Freddy out of the match. They have no destroyers left. I have free reign. If I can kill this Freddy, they have nothing that can even remotely threaten the center cap. And we can actually do some real work here. Again, we're only up 520 to 240 points, and that can swing very, very, very quickly. Can swing very, very, very quickly. Now, as you'll see, that Freddy is on 1,000 health. 1,000 health. And you're going to see the absolute monstrosity that is health buffs in Arms Race. Alright, shooting at this Freddy. I'm begging for a fire. I'm just praying for a fire. I'm going, God, please, I just want this fire. I can't get that fire. I cannot get that fire. He somehow managed to heal through a pair of fires. And suddenly he's got enough hit points that he's living. He's got 3,000. He's got... There we go. He's healing through 2 fires. He's got 2 fires on him. He's healing through 2 fires. He puts one goes out, but look at that. Look at the way the health ticks up. Look at the way the health ticks up. And Chick and I at this point are going, holy shit, they just evened the kills. The Smolensk goes down to the Borgonia. That's his 4th kill. They evened up the kills, guys. Yeah, we have more hit points, but they're in our battleships that are completely useless. Our Iowa is doing absolutely nothing. Chick is basically saying, hey, have you got the center lockdown? I'm going, look, I don't know, man. I'll do the best I can. Our Iowa finally contributes and puts down the Des Moines. About goddamn time. But the Venezia murders our Thunder to even the scores again. And suddenly, there's a Venezia, an Henri, a Borgonia, and somewhere there's a Freddy, who's now managed to get back to 17,000 hit points. Look at that. Look at the healing buff, chat. There's 3 ships in chat, and that Venezia can absolutely obliterate me. That Henri can do some major damage. That Borgonia can do some major damage, especially because I do know that he's smart enough to probably shoot AP or HE at me. But thankfully, by being smart, we keep them off the cap long enough for us to actually pull out a win and actually make something happen. And if we look at the victory results, 844,000 credits, almost 11,000 XP for 147,000 points of damage. Now, that entire episode just goes to show that playing smart is how you actually win a game. It's not a case of who does the most killing, it's a matter of playing smart and playing the objective. And if you look at the scoreboard, Chick on top with 3,600 base XP, he did some major work in this one. He did some major work throughout that whole rank sprint grind. We ran Daring Venezia throughout most of that grind. I followed him up with 2,600 base almost, and then we had the Hindenburg right behind us with almost 2,600 base as well, carrying the workload. But it just goes to show, guys, if you're actually playing an objective and you're really playing to win, a little bit of careful thought and not just rushing a cap, not just rushing in, but playing it smart, you could actually win against a much better team. All right. And again, guys, this was a rank out. We played this on Twitch TV. It's on the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/DrDrunkAKA, which you can find a link in the video description. Guys, Dr. Drunk AKA from the Drunk Tank, signing off. See ya.